Good evening, everybody. It is Sunday night, my friends, and I'm back, and we're gonna jump back in to some Mars Horizon again, as we do, my friends, on Sundays, or as we tend to do on Sundays. But welcome on in, everybody. Welcome. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you're all healthy and happy, and all those things. Kick about taking names, getting things done, and enjoying life along the way. Hope everyone's had a good weekend so far, and not necessarily looking forward to going back to work, but at least you had a good weekend. It might take some of the edge off of it. All right, I did turn the music off in here because there's not that much music to write about, so I'm just going to turn the music down just slightly, and we're going to just continue. We need some game audio though. Okay, so where are we at? We are at 39% Mars readiness right now. We still have a bunch of required research that we need to do. We did get the space station. We've got the Grand Tour ready to already in progress. So 121 months for that. So that's good. That's already doing its thing. That's the last milestone around Earth. So that's kind of cool. We do have some money-making things. Oh, we do have something we can do with the ESA, a joint mission, which gives us 4% Mars readiness. This would be actually probably good. Probably really, really good. I don't have any mission slots available, though. It's 8 months. This is 2 months. Payload viability. Alright, what are we doing? So we just started looking at the Galileo payload. I wonder if... I can't do any more mission control things. Alright. Now, Deep Space Network building would help with our Mars experience, though, but we need another... We need the spaceplane runway for that. That's 6,000 there. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, because we're going to do, like, the Saturn orbiter, because it's a little bit faster. It's unfortunate, though, that this... joint mission, I don't know how long it's going to last on here, because I would love to run that, but I guess we'll find out. I mean, maybe it'll be complete in 2 months, but it's not actually launched yet. Impact Analysis is launching in 3. Months. Yeah, I think that joint mission might end up disappearing, unfortunately. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's go next month. Let's see if it's still there. It is. Alright. Mercurial Vacation, a popular travel magazine, has followed up its feature on Venus, inspired by your previous mission, with a 4-page spread on holidaying on Mercury. Using images from your Mercurial history mission, the article warns that the unaware traveler may be caught out in the sun. Temperature swings from negative 173 to 427 degrees Celsius, but will be wowed by a special quirk of Mercury's slow rotation. Be sure to get up early to witness the sun rising, then quickly setting, then rising and setting it again. 200 support we got for that. Alright, payload complete. Saturn ring survey. What can we do here? That's probably the cheapest one we could do. All right. Fine. Confirm. And how long is that going to take? 10 months. 10 months. All right. So I'll be held up for a little bit. Now let's launch this guy. Or attempt to launch this guy. There we go. Not bad. And auto resolve 9%. Let's do it. Cool. All right. Got that on its way, but that still has a mission slot taken up, unfortunately. Yeah, this other one's still here, so that's good. 10,000 in upkeep. We're getting rewards for it though. 277 months left on that. How's our science doing here? Not bad. Our current thing will get done in October. Right. Tier 17. We need 90,000 to get to tier 18. It's gonna be a bit. It's gonna take. I don't think we're getting there yet. Right. Yeah, see, these are all months and months away. I guess we'll go to the next event then. Neptune flyby in 6 months. Wow. Soviets are doing a Neptune flyby. Alright. Okay, this is lunar roving. So let's do celebrity, test pilot, and scientists. 76% payload reliability. Let's see if we can get that payload reliability up a bit there. There we go. Alright, so Soviet Union is launching Neptune flyby in 6 months. ESA has reached 25% Mars readiness. Wow, okay. Everyone's catching up fast here. So Neptune flyby. Oh, I've already started a Neptune flyby, so I am going to complete it in 80 months. So, yeah, I'm still going to get first on that. Pluto, though, is a special reward, so I have to do some more stuff for that. However, the Uranus flyby, I don't even have researched, so we may concede Uranus. Saturn, though, already got this planned. Small moons survey. Unified engine design. Utilizing a unified engine design will result in greatly reduced costs for supplementary boosters. Okay. Interesting. But the milestones. So I already did the Saturn flyby, and I've got the Saturn orbiter being researched. Jupiter flyby I got. Jupiter orbiter is, well, part of it's being researched because it's Galileo. Mars. Have modules and stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have to work on that a little bit. See, Scientological studies actually gives us a 3% more Mars experience, but also a bunch of science. Mars tech tests. It's in 4 months. Missions in progress. Yeah. Alright. Galileo research complete. That's good. Alright, so that gets us to some of the Mars prep stuff that I could at least research. So what do I want to do first is the question. These are all the same amount there. Do I want to get the building though? Because I need spaceplane runway. Yeah, let's get the mobile launch platform going so I can get the spaceplane runway. This also gives me less vehicle cost because we need to get to oh well, I could have done centrifuge training, right? Which is tier 3 astronauts instead of the spaceplane runway, and that'll give me a 3 to then do this. What is that? That's 12,500. This is, see, this is 8,000, and then so that's actually more expensive to go that way. So let's go do this, and then that's 15,000 and 20,000. Okay. Payload reliability, 10% Mars experience reward from successful missions. It's 20,000 science. That's a lot of science. Also vehicles. I still need to do more with these vehicles. It's at 4,000. So this is 28,600 is the mass. This does 26,000. So I need the Atlas 5 and the Centaur. 34, 32. Well, regardless, I need 3 of these. So, what does that take? That takes 4,000, 4,000. We're all 4,000, huh? What's the reward for this? Billings research cost for 6 months. So maybe I should wait for that before I do the building research, because I mean, it's going to take a bunch of months before we get to there, but let's, we do need these boosters and stuff. So let's get, the Atlas 5 going. Because I've got, we'll see here how long it will take to do that. So we've done it in March because of the way the trend, our science trend is. Okay. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Lunar roving. And it's raining. Wow, it dropped it by 20%. Jeez Louise. And we still got a positive on it. That's hilarious. 1% chance of failure. There we go. All right. That was that's done, and that opens up a mission slot for us. Let's see if this is still here. It is. Let's plan it. Sure. Do that. All right. We got our good joint mission going. I like it. We didn't lose it, which is nice. And how are we doing on the science? Oh, that moved it up to January. Okay. Works for me. Works for me. Next month. Record samples from rover mission. The wide-ranging mobility afforded to your astronauts by the rover on your recent moon landing mission has resulted in an unprecedented return of rocks and regolith samples. Amongst the samples is the largest rock yet retrieved from the lunar surface. Jonathan Fuji took some convincing by mission control to haul that rock onto the rover. Agency geologists admit it, but it was worth every complaint. This rock alone will keep us busy for years. Gain 500 science. Nice. An instant 500 science is good for me. Alright, impact analysis is in its next phase. Yeah, I'm just gonna like auto-resolve things. Because they're like crazy different. Like there's tons of like craziness in these things now in the little mini game, and it's just the mini game gets to a point where it gets so weird and crazy that it doesn't become as fun as it was, you know, when you started out. All right, so then that opened up a mission slot for us, which is phenomenal. Was there a I could do that. That gets us 3% Mars readiness. Or we're gonna do the Saturn orbiter. Yeah, let's do the Saturn orbiter thing. We'll get that started on its path towards victory. Alright. First human in space retires. Several news outlets have paid tribute to Brooklyn Hill, the first ever human in space who is now retired from spaceflight. I had all kinds of profound sentences lined up for the moment I made it into orbit, Brooklyn Hill admitted in an interview, but in the end I just stared at the planet in silence. I've never seen anything more beautiful. 200 support. Alright. Yeah, we got a ways to go before we get to tier 18. Atlas 5 research is complete. Brooklyn Hill retires and will no longer be available for missions. So we'll have to hire another astronaut. This is an uncrewed mission. Let's see if we can get the payload reliability up on that one. We could do. Seems like a resource management game. It is. Yeah. It's basically that. It's basically just resource management and strategizing. There's some planning you have to do, because you kind of have to feel like okay, I'm going to get a little bit of science coming in. I need some more science to unlock more things on the research tree. Oh, I don't have money. I need to launch something that will get me some money. I also need to keep the public, support coming in, because that'll get me to a higher tier of funding from the government, that kind of thing. So it's got a lot of that. It's got a lot of sort of trying to strategize as to what you think might be the best, what might work out the best, and everything. And, you know, someone who isn't cheating would, the game has a lot of, like, setbacks and stuff that you can hit. It also, there's a little mini game that you can play when your rocket launches and all that stuff, but I've been mostly skipping that because it just it gets really tedious to try to like get all the resources you need and all that stuff. But yeah, I've been whenever a rocket explodes, I've been just save scumming, because the problem with rocket explosions is that in this game it takes like 6 months to build the payload, and then it takes another 10 months to build the rocket and all that stuff. And so if I let the consequences actually happen, it becomes you fall so far behind the AI. Like the AI, I'm pretty sure cheats, and you fall so far behind the AI that it becomes next to impossible to to catch back up. So you kind of have to sort of have to save scum it to a certain extent, but to me it's more enjoyable when I'm like kind of kicking butt and getting past things. So wow, we either go in February or we don't go again until October of 1993. Ooh, jeez. Well, I guess we're going in February. Russia is launching Neptune. Oh, it's Russia now. Oh, that's right. We're in January 1992. So it went from the Soviet Union to now it's Russia. Okay. Russia is launching Neptune flyby next month. That's fine. All right, so I need more rockets here. Need these two done, and then now look at us to the SLS stuff, which is what we need to do Mars, basically. This is the whole goal of the game. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. All right, next month. Grand Tour is ready for its next phase. It wouldn't be the first game where AI cheats. Yeah, I mean, literally the AI will... A rocket will explode on a milestone mission, and then the very next month, they'll have another rocket launching. It's like, yeah, okay, the AI is really cheating here. Right? It's like, it doesn't work that way. So I don't feel so bad cheating myself with a little save scum in here. It's fine. And auto resolve is 9% chance of failure. And that succeeded. That's good. All right. Cool. All right. China's launching X-ray telescope in 21 months. Wow, they're very far behind. What else do we have? Grand Tour. Okay. This one is 7%. Phase complete. All right, 288 attaboys and 44 science for 48 months. I once polluted an AI island in Anno 2070 to the max, where farming should have been impossible. The AI could still farm just fine. Yeah, I still really held to the same restrictions as the player. Yeah, exactly. It's hard to find a game where the AI is required to play by the same rules. A good example was... So I believe in Dragon Warrior 2. I believe it was Dragon Warrior 2. It might have been 3. I'm not sure. In 2, the AI could actually run out of magic points. So it would try to cast a spell, and it would, the AI enemies would cast a spell, and then they wouldn't have enough magic points, and nothing would happen, right? And I think they removed that in the remake, which really annoys me because it's like that was so fantastic, because it's like, hey, the computer's playing by the same rules that we're playing by. They don't have unlimited, mana, and yeah, they got rid of that. At least I think they did. I don't remember if it was 2 or if it was 3, and I haven't played the 3 remake yet. So I have all my mission slots filled right now. Anything, just out of curiosity, anything else going on? So we planned that. Heat shield analysis, orbital radio. Okay. Alright. Let's go to the next event. Outer Planetary Bounty. Scientists working on your mission to Grand Tour report that the payload instrumentation is still operating beyond expectations, resulting in additional data collection. They could transmit the data now or wait until the mission has accumulated more data on the next planetary body. Transmitting the data now will grant 1,000 science. Delaying until after the next phase will grant more science, but only if the phase is successful. Due to limited battery power, only one such transmission will be possible during the mission. Delay. And Centaur G research is done. Russia completed phase 1 of Neptune flyby. Okay. So we got our Centaur there. Let's do the Titan 4 booster. And get that done. When will that be done? Next month, looks like. Okay. That's good because our science is dropping off here. So that's a good thing. All right. Oh yeah, because we got 2153 and 1900, so 39. Yeah, so we'll be done next month. There we go. That works. Okay, so we've got those. So I guess I start on the SLS boosters. So what are we doing here? Block 1B is 90,000. This is 65,000 capacity. It's okay, so let's do the higher capacity. 90,000 capacity. This is 8 months. This is 6 months. All right. So this one is 90,000 kilograms it can carry in its payload. And it could go to the outer planets, which is good. 180,000 kilograms it weighs. So I need something that could do 180,000 kilograms. This can only carry 140,000. And these are 80,000. So 80... So, or 8,000 I mean. So that's 16,000 for 2 of them. So that's 156,000, which is still not enough to carry that thing. So I guess we need the SLS boosters. Yeah, 200,000. Okay, but we still need 3 of these unlocked in order to get there. So I guess best thing we could do is let's get, this is 8,000, 6,400, 8,000, 4,400. Let's get the bigger one done here. Or start it, I mean. And that will go, the earliest it will finish is January 1993, the latest February 1993. Okay. Depending, based on stuff that's come in. Alright. So we got next phase of our Neptune flyby. So percent. There we go. More suggestion for interim game for whenever you might need one, but have you heard of a game called The Farmer Was Replaced? I think I've heard of it. I don't know. I don't remember what it was about. Was it an automation thing? Let me see here. Oh yeah. This is yeah, I did look at this briefly. Did I yeah, because it's got, I think, Python question mark it was doing or something like that. Yeah, I did look at this. I do take a look at these like programming like games, but for some reason this one I don't think I've bought. No. I don't even have it on my wish list. I remember seeing this. I guess I just didn't I guess at the time I was just like, yeah, I don't want to put another thing on my wish list, but I'll put that on there. I feel like what is this? I know I've looked at this before because I remember that. I don't have it on Steam. I'll have to check and see if I got that on another platform, if it is on another platform. But yeah, it's every so often when I'm in the mood, I'll look at those programming games to see what they're like. Yeah, but yeah, thank you. I'll take a look at it. It's an idle farming game of sorts. Yeah, there's another game that I have been meaning to look at for a long time. I like briefly touched on it like off camera. It's like an MMO programming game where the game is like a top-down MMO and you program your characters to go off and do things. I'll have to look. It's been out there for a couple of years. I don't know if it's still running or not, but I want to look at that too at some point. See if it's still there. And I couldn't quite wrap my head around, like, I didn't know if you had to pay a subscription or something for it. I don't recall, but I remember looking at it and being like, oh, this is an interesting idea, but it was still early when I looked at it. So let's do this. Saturn orbiter payload complete. All right, we need a design. I guess that's the design we're going to use. 10 months to build it. You say completed modular space station 2 in seconds. Yeah, I completed pretty much all the milestones first except for orbital EVA, and Grand Tour is in progress here. Like, it doesn't look like anyone else has it even researched yet, so for an experience program is not a long-term game, so you could easily be in a few streams. Yeah, I usually like those games. I don't tend to like, I'll play them for like one stream, but I don't tend to go to like beat them. Just because it's a lot of times it gets very very rote, you know, like it gets very samey after a while. The one that I did stream, like there's the two that I really do think I want to finish on stream at some point, is Human Resource Simulator and the follow-up game that they did, that I can't think of the name of right now. Like I did like one stream of each of those, and it was good. But I think I might, at least for Human Resource Simulator, I might go back and do it from the beginning and just maybe go through that entire thing on stream. See, the tricky part about that too is that it's a puzzle game. So programming skills definitely help, but at the same time, I have like kind of a I like puzzle games, but I also hate to stream puzzle games too much, unless it's one that I know that I can kind of work my way through, because I tend to just kind of freeze up and get kind of frustrated with them, and then I start looking up the answers, right? Because it's just like, I don't want to be stuck on a puzzle for a long time, and so often I'll like go and just look up an answer or something like that, if it's something that I just know that I can't figure out. The only puzzle game I really did all the way through, and I think I only took like one hint or two hints along the way, was the Turing Test was a game, and that was a lot of fun. That was basically a programming logic game, sort of, but it was, binary, or not binary, logic gates. It was all logic gates, which was very, very interesting. The Turing Test, I think it was. I think that's what it was called. Yeah, the Turing Test. Yeah, this one. This is, and it's also like a walking simulator too. So it's like there's like a story that's playing out, and as you're going through, it's kind of like Portal without the portal gun, right? It's like you've got these series of rooms that you encounter that you have to kind of get through, and then there's like story beats in the middle. Yeah. So yeah, no, this is like a light, yeah, I'm not sure how to put it. It's definitely a, why did I not, I completed the game. I wonder why that achievement never unlocked. I wonder if those are new achievements. But it had, in this game, you kind of had a gun, like a portal gun kind of thing, but it's not a portal gun. It was a gun that sucks in light balls, and then you shoot them into sockets on the wall, and then that has different effects as you're going along. Very, very cool game, very interesting game, especially for people who are trying to like figure out like logic puzzles and stuff. People who like logic gates and all that. It leans heavily into logic gates and stuff, in order to open and close doors and allow you to progress. Next month. All right. Design the vehicle. 54% partner discount applied. Ooh, nice. All right. Let's do that. 11 months it will take to make that. That's good. Scrap Mechanic and Trailmakers. I have both of those. Did I play Scrap Mechanic on stream. I don't know if I did or not. I might have looked at it in like a demo day kind of thing. Or is that the one? That might be the one that I struggled a little too much with. Is that the one where you can make like make entire vehicles like planes and ground vehicles and stuff like that? Because if I recall correctly, like I tried on a couple occasions off camera to like wrap my brain around it, and I'm like, man, this is like this is a bit much. Nope, not planes. That's trail makers. Okay. Farming vehicle builder. Okay. I'll have to look. I'm pretty sure I have them. I don't know if I looked deeply at them or not. Okay. $10 billion humans. That was the follow-up. So you have Human Resource Machine was the first game, and then 10 billion humans, I think, was the other one. Was the kind of the follow-up to it with like a different way of doing the puzzles. All right. Request mission available on Mars. Let's go until we get to the next event here. Russia completed space telescope in seconds. All right. Still not the tier 18 yet. SLS Block 1B research is complete though. All right. So I guess we'll get the yeah, we'll get the upper stage and then the other booster here, I guess. Where does that take us to? September? All right. Okay. And we don't have really much else that we can do besides kind of sit and wait at this point. An orbiter. Which reliability is a little bit low, but we can improve that. Let's improve the science though. We can't launch until September anyway, so that gives us a 50% bonus on science. I'll take it. All right. We'll still be in first place because no one else... This is a milestone one, and no one else has even researched it yet, it looks like. So that'll be good. Saturn orbiter going. What are we doing with other things here? Ground hab. So we have this research, but I don't have the parts yet. That's kind of what I'm moving towards here. I got this, but we'll need booster. We'll need like a bunch of boosters and stuff here for it. Atmospheric sensors. Jupiter orbiter. The only one who has that researched is Japan. Okay. Get that ready to go in 5 months. Saturn ring survey. Give us a lot of science too, but it takes 37 months just to get out there or to complete. Uranus flyby. Yeah, I don't even have it researched yet. Click the ESA and Japan have it researched. China is 59 months out. I would like to at least snatch maybe second place for it. So, it might be good to research that soon, but we'll see. I mean, see how it goes. Neptune. Trailmakers is straight up a physics simulator, so you really have to treat it as such. Yeah, Scrap Mechanic is more action adventure with farming simulator attached to it. Yeah, I struggle with physics simulators. Like I tried to play Kerbal Space Program, and I could not for the life of me get anything to launch off the pad. It just, nothing would work. Or, well, I should say, I could get them to launch off the pad. I could not get them to any kind of orbit. And it was pretty frustrating. Like, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what to do here, you know. So I like the idea of physics simulators. I don't necessarily, I struggle a little bit too much with trying to actually play them. I also get frustrated pretty easily with some things. There's certain things that just kind of frustrate me very quickly and very easily. And one of those is when I'm failing at a game and I can't figure out why or how. You know? Or if I have to go, like, sit there with 20 YouTube videos and, like, watch other people do things so I can figure out how the hell to do it, you know? That also tends to frustrate me. Celebrity, scientist, electrician. 6%. Let's get all astronauts share the same talent tier. Mission training bonuses increased by 100%. Nice. Next training bonus 50%, 30%. Let's get payload reliability would be nice to get that higher, but I also desperately need science. So let's do science training. And can push it off till September, I guess, because there's not much else going on there. So do that. There's not much else that I can do right now because I got a lot of long duration missions going. It annoys me as games that rely heavily on RNG for progression. Yeah, that annoys me too. And I've said this before. It's like RPGs in particular do this a lot. I prefer an RPG that makes it so that there's strategy involved in killing enemies and not just pure RNG and pure rolls. And that's one of the things that kind of, as much as I like Dungeons and Dragons, and I will at some point, I swear, play Baldur's Gate 3. One of the things I don't like is how much is reliant on just dumb luck. You know, like I feel like I wish there was more strategy involved with a lot of that, and not just pure like, well, you didn't get the roll, you know, that kind of thing. You know, it's not quite as bad as some other games have been, but there's still an aspect of that. A billionaire in space. The billionaire Wyatt Simmons has made a public challenge to all space agencies. I've always wanted to go to space ever since I was a little kid. Can anyone make that happen for my 50th birthday next year? Oh, great. Bezos. Good old Bezos wants to go into space. Your PR department has been contacted by his aide, and he promises huge publicity from his media empire as well as a handsome payment for whichever agency takes the job. Do you accept the challenge? Honestly, I would rather kick him in the face and refuse, but the publicity would probably knock us into the next funding tier, so fine. For days, the media could talk about little else. Yep. All right. So let's block 1, research complete. All right. This is our joint mission. So let's go for it. Oh, and we got Saturn Orbiter also both launching at the same time. All right. Bad conditions. Well, this is going to be a thing. Oh, secure launch. Cool. 6%. There we go. That was successful. Phase 1 was successful at least. Let's see. Our modules are ready for launch. We got good conditions. Nice. And 10%. Complete a joint mission. There we go. 55% of people have gotten that achievement. Awesome. That is completed, and that frees up a spot too because there's only one phase. All right. So what do we got here? This is completed. I need one more thing to get into the other boosters here, but I'm wondering if I should. Let's Jupiter Orbiter 6800. What is this? 8,000. How much science do we have coming in? 1,089 for a while. Okay, so we can do. Let's do this one, the higher one here. Yeah, and that'll get done in May, which is, well, we're still at the high water mark here. So that'll be good. So get that done. Let's see. I do like that they have an entire encyclopedia of like real facts and stuff you can look through. And actually a lot of the things that they're doing are real things here in the game. It's just you're doing them on your own timeline. Let's see. Yeah, look at this. Like 17 months for the next phase on that, 29 months for the next phase, 38 months for the next phase. Yeah, everything's kind of held up right now, but we do have a mission slot available that I want to make sure it's short duration things, so we are constantly bringing stuff in, constantly bringing science and other things in. Ooh, this is a very lucrative centrifuge module, unified engine design. I mean, that might be worth it just for that. Directional stabilization, no negative effects can occur during launch. Does not affect critical events. Wow. It's That's really good too. I actually need that more than I need the money at the moment, so let's take that one. Okay, good stuff. All right, next event. Debris Tracker averts disaster. A ground-based radar system designed to detect orbital debris set up in collaboration with China has managed to prevent a potentially disastrous collision with your modular space station. The resulting operation to use the station's onboard thrusters to boost it to a safer orbit was led by astronaut Willow Smith and was followed by a worldwide audience via an online stream arranged by your PR department. Gained 500 support. Online stream in 1993? I don't know about that. I mean, 1993 was before maybe for DARPA. 1993 was before God, what was that software that used to freaking buffer all the time? I can't even remember the name of it now. It was like I think it was based on Flash, Adobe Flash. I can't remember. Yeah. I just remember the buffering. Yeah. It's just like it would play like 2 seconds of video and then buffer, and then 2 seconds of video and buffer. And it wasn't even live video. It was recorded video. Flash Player? No, it was. Was it Flash Player? No, I think it was. Maybe it was Flash Player. I forget exactly. I forget what it was. I forget what it was called. Because it was like a. Because it wasn't. I don't think you could do live streams on it. I think it was just pre-recorded video. Because Shockwave Flash was like Newgrounds and stuff, which still exists, which is pretty funny. What was that called? For some reason, that's gonna bug me. That's gonna bug me right now. Let me see. Netscape. Video player. It wasn't called Netscape, but it was like 1993 Internet Video Player. Timeline of online video. Okay. Yeah, Newgrounds. 1993. War Order Discovery of Television Among the Bees, originally released in 1991, was the first film to be streamed on the internet. It is broadcast at 2 frames per second rather than standard 24 frames per second. Okay. So I guess they did technically have streaming. Macromedia was Shockwave Player. Was it Shockwave Player? That must be it. Yeah. God, Macromedia. Yeah. The primary format of streaming media for late 1990s and 2000s. Yeah, so yeah, it must have been Shockwave Player then that had all the freaking buffering and stuff. Digital Entertainment Network. MPEG 4. Macromedia Flash Player. Flash video support. Yeah, that was more advanced. 9 gig. Yeah, it must have been Shockwave Player then. I wonder if they have a picture of it here. Player. You can freaking jib jab. Yeah, that might be it. Flash movie player. Huh. That must have been the one then. It's been so long I don't remember anymore. Don't remember anymore. ActiveX. Oh, the ActiveX controls. Yeah. Now I think this was ActiveX didn't come around until later. I think, right? ActiveX didn't come around until Internet Explorer like 5 or something like that. I think so. This was before that. This was when Netscape Navigator was still ruling the roost. That's all iCADnet. Respect. Yeah. So we got here China Complete X-ray telescope in third. Alright. We're almost to 90 grand that we need. And attaboys, 90,000 attaboys to get us to the next tier. What else we got here? Windows 98 shipped with live desktop which showcased ActiveX on IE. Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. So yeah, okay. That makes sense. That was Windows 98. We're in the game's in January 1994, so we're still predating that. We're January 1994 would have been Windows 3.11 for workgroups, which is what I started out on my Packard Bell computer. Yeah. And then I think Windows 95 came out in 94, like towards the end of 94, I think, right? Something like that, I think. Yeah. School had a CNC router running on Windows 3. Yeah. Yeah, my school had my high school had three computer labs, and they were all Windows, the client computers were all Windows 3.1 for workgroups, 3.11 for workgroups, and they ran off of each room ran off of a Novell NetWare server. So they were all diskless. You know, so you had the floppy disk to just boot the computer, but then all your files and everything were saved on the server, and all the operating system and everything was loaded from the server down down to the computer because they didn't have any hard drives in them or anything like that. There were old IBM. They were IBM PS2s, but I think they were upgraded from like they were like the last model, I think, of like PS2s before everything else started coming down, like everything else started taking shape, like Gateway and all that stuff. That's how I learned to manually write G-code. Yeah, we used to, since the computers were networked together in that room, and each room was separate, we used to drop into DOS and run, what was it, like it was a network message or something like that, and you could just type out a message and send it to one of the other computers on the network, and it would just pop up a window and say with your message in it, and you'd have to hit OK. So we were trolling some of the other kids in the class who, didn't quite understand computers, because that's what kids do. We're nothing if not horrible to one another. Space Station 8, telemedicine techniques developed for your modular space station have been used to treat survivors of an earthquake in an area inaccessible to emergency services. Gain 300 support. Alright. Observations module. I think they carried all the way into NT kernel unrestricted till Windows XP. They also send the shutdown command through. Yeah, that one. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't there a bug? The bug was that someone could send it to random computers over the internet, right? And I think that was it was definitely in Windows 2000, but also I think XP, like you said. So it's like, because if I remember correctly, because I think I got hit by that at one point too. Like, people were just randomly like sending those messages out over the internet and just trying to get people to like freak out. Because you could, I don't think you could do anything with it other than shut somebody's computer down. I don't think you could run any other. I don't think it had any remote execution flaws or anything like that I couldn't remember. But yeah, I do remember like just being on the internet and randomly you'd get like a message pop up. It's like, be some advertisement. It's like or something like that. Which, come to think of it, it's pretty hilarious given how much flack Microsoft's getting now for creating shitty software when you realize they've always created shitty software. Restart your PC for updates, yeah. This man has a network notification for the network admin to tell the entire network to save their work, but didn't require network level auth, so yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think of it. I forget the actual name of the command. It was like net message or something, net MSG or something. I forget the actual command. But yeah. I think the funnier part of that too is like that was the worst thing we did in high school. And then I get into college, and we had a computer lab in college for, they had a specialized lab for developers. And they had Silicon Graphics. They had a Silicon Graphics server in there, which was like a freaking small apartment refrigerator sized thing, that I had to be like $8,000, $9,000. And then they had all this, and they had Silicon Graphics workstations paired with it. And we were just doing like basic, like it was a lab that you had to, like, we weren't in the lab all the time. It was like something that they would, I guess you had to sign up for, like the professor would have to book time in the lab. So we booked time in the lab, and I think he was using it to like teach us, I don't even remember what we were trying to learn. I think it was like operating system, like low level operating system stuff. And because I think they were all running Unix or some variant of it. And we were, like it was going through the motions. And at that point, I kind of felt bad for some of the professors, because everybody in college at that point, and this was like 2000, 2001, like we had to be nerds, right? Like you can kind of get away with not being a nerd today because there's a lot more information available, and programming is a lot different now, where you don't necessarily need to know as much of the underlying, you don't necessarily need to know as much underlying stuff. Like we have a lot of more high level tools and stuff to kind of handle a lot of stuff for you, which is great. But back then, like if you were a programmer, you were synonymous with like knowing Unix commands and Linux commands and all that stuff, and kind of a little bit lower level stuff. And so I kind of felt bad because the professor was like trying to teach all this stuff that we already knew, right? And so we were in the lab just kind of like, hey, let's see what's on these computers. And they had like a light cycle, like a Tron light cycle game on the computer. Like they didn't remove any of the games from the workstations. I think there was only like 3 of them, but they had like a light cycle game. I think they had like a tic-tac-toe game, and then they had, and I kid you not, Doom on there. So, the professor would be teaching the course and everything, and we'd all be sitting around, and all of a sudden you'd hear the chainsaw go. You hear a chainsaw go, you hear monsters, It's like shit, turn the volume down, it was too much. That was too much. It was just so funny, because it's, I mean, it's like you have to go through the motions. You have to, you have to assume that not everybody has the same level of training, but like that was the era when there was a good video. Let's not sit around here. Let's get to the next event. There was a video that I saw on YouTube yesterday, where like I was born in 1980, right? So technically, depending on who you ask, I'm either a millennial or I'm a very late stage Gen Xer. And neither of those things really fit, right? So I saw on YouTube that what they're actually calling, they actually have created a sub generation, sub generation, I guess is what they're calling it, between 1975 and 1985, I think. And they're saying within that period of time there, they're calling them like Zennials, because they don't quite fit into the Gen X bucket, and you don't quite fit into the millennial bucket, because we had the benefit of seeing both the waning of the analog world and the waxing of the digital world, right? Because a lot of millennials were too young to really appreciate things prior to, say, the internet. I mean, yeah, I mean, they have some idea of things prior to the internet, but they, you know, they were kind of a little too young, and we were kind of in that range where we had to know how to do. I think they used the example of we've worked with rotary phones, and we've worked with smartphones, right? So we were in that point where you had to kind of learn both things. And so we kind of know what it was like when you had to remember somebody's phone number, and now we know what it's like when you don't have to remember somebody's phone number. Already bloody Android tablets. Yeah, exactly. Right. And so what's interesting about that period of time is that we kind of have a little bit of a leg up on the other generations, because we were able to, right at our formative years, we were like, the world changed and we had to change with it, right? And so it gave us a level of experience that you don't otherwise normally get from a generation, right? And probably also, maybe I'm tooting my own horn here, but probably also a little bit of an appreciation of what we've got now, compared to what it was. But yeah, it was kind of an interesting video out there. I don't know if it was researched or not. I mean, they're like, half these videos you can't tell what the sourcing was for any of them. So, you know, obviously take it all with a grain of salt, but it was one of those few videos that was like, yeah, this kind of sounds correct, but, you know, I don't know if it actually is or not. But they mention a lot of different things in there, like, you know, phones and, where, especially phones where you're like, we know what it was like to not be able to be contacted, and just not have a phone that's constantly taking your attention, you know, being alone with your thoughts, as it were. We also know what it was like before helicopter parenting, you know, where your parents just didn't know where the hell you were for half the day, you know. Not that was better. I don't particularly see that as a better time. It was just what it was. But yeah, it was kind of interesting. It was interesting to look at. I'm older than Google. Yeah, right. We get to use the joke, I'm older than Google. Yeah, exactly. It used to be I'm older than mud, but now I'm older than Google. I'm older than YouTube. Older than Justin TV. Supernova study proposal. A group of astronomers have made a target of opportunity proposal involving dedicated use of your space telescope, launched in the Eternal CMB mapping mission. Their project involves a predicted reappearance of a supernova, the light of which was previously seen being warped by a galaxy cluster, in which lens models suggest may be observable again imminently. Project will require funding, but has a chance of producing additional science. Yeah, sure, 400K, that's nothing. Go for it. Go for it. Do I have this observations module completed in 3 months? These guys are still going. 7 months till next phase. 19 months till next phase. Here's all the different mission phases. This guy, 3 years and 10 months. It's 46 months. 5 years, yeah, these are all just, and I have just this one slot that I can kind of work with in the short term. Everything else is long term now. Supernova fails to appear. A recently approved proposal to observe the reappearance of supernova using your space telescope has ended in disappointment as it failed to appear as predicted. However, data obtained during observations of a related galaxy cluster has ensured that no science has been lost due to the project. Oh, okay. Alright. Observations module. Alright. Crew. Test pilot, celebrity. You know what? Let's put a scientist on there. What are we at? 76% payload reliability, 90% launch reliability. Science reward, max training of 25%. Base payload. Let's get the science going. That's only going to be a 5% boost anyway. I guess we'll do the payload reliability then. Because we're only going to get 1 month here, and then it's going to take a while after that, and I don't want it to wait so long. I want to iterate quickly if we can. Jupiter orbiter research complete. Launching advanced probe to enter orbit around Jupiter will provide vital data on the solar system's largest planet. However, the probe will need to be specially hardened. It would survive the harsh radiation caused by Jupiter's magnetic field. Alright. Launch said mission. 4% launch reliability. Ooh, very nice. Positive. 4%. Oh wow, it failed. 4% fail. 4% it managed to fail. And it killed all of our astronauts. Well, I guess we're safe scumming here. 4% chance of failure every time. Right. There we go. Alright, we got the advanced directional stabilization from it as well. That's good. Universe loves proving people wrong whenever it can. Yeah, right? Russia failed the Uranus flyby. Well. Really? Really? So... So that, well, China was already in the running to be first, and ESA is going to launch in 18 months. So the best we could get is third, unless one of these guys fails. But again, I'm not too... I don't want to launch another long duration mission here. I want to keep one slot open for things. Let's get buildings 2,500. How much science do we have coming in here? 1226 for 3 months, and then it drops back down. So if I do centrifuge training, That's going to drag out until November of 1995. So an entire year. But again, we might have this buildings thing coming in soon. So I think what I want to do is let's get the prep for the missions here. Crewed rover. Let's get robotic rover going. We're gonna need that. Yeah, let's get these going because Mars is the ultimate target. We do have a mission slot available. So what do we got here? This gives me a bunch of money. This gives me a bunch of science. Cosmic microwave background. Wait, what was that? 9600, 5360, 5360, 9600 over 120 months. So, and then this is 5360 over 20 months. So more science, faster, plus more Mars readiness. And more mission support too. Yeah, let's do this one. Take a little while to get that rolling anyway. The 360 is the better deal. Yeah. ESA instrument request. ESA have requested that a scientific instrument manufactured by the agency be added to your ISS module payload, which is being constructed for your power module mission. If offered $1 million towards mission costs in exchange, engineers believe they can install the instrument without any detriment to the mission's objective, though they have noted ESA will gain science. That's fine. ESA can gain science from it. Gain 20 reputation with them. 85,000 attaboys we have. We need just under 5,000 more. Saturn ring survey is up next. Due to your close relationship, ESA has shared an improvement in guidance software that will be of direct benefit to your current power module. Payload reliability of ISS module in your power module mission has been increased by 10%. Yeah, okay. Saturn ring survey is ready to go. This is a 9% chance of failure. And it's done. All right. That frees up a mission slot too, which is really nice. And we get some attaboys and an infusion of science. What is that? Where's that put our thing at? Oh, it brought it back to May of 1995 now. It was all the way out to November. So less than a year now. That's good. Where's my, I do have a mission slot. So this power module is going to be the rolling slot. I think this other one, should I take another? I can get another infusion of science like real fast. Like this is Earth based, so this is just like one phase in 1 month. Yeah, let's do the habitat module because we can get that done real fast. And then, because I was thinking of doing the next milestone one that I have researched, but I was like, it's gonna, once I launch that, it's gonna take probably 40 months or something, and we can get another one done real fast here. Get this infusion of science, and that'll get us some more Mars prep rolling here. Space station fire. A serious incident has occurred on your modular space station. A faulty solid fuel oxygen generator ignited a fire, which quickly filled a module and blocked access to an escape capsule. Fortunately, astronaut Willow Smith reacted swiftly and was able to douse the flames. The other 4 agencies have responded decisively to the crisis, arranging an additional supply mission to enable repairs to the station. Your crew believe that consequently no science will be lost. The media is hailing the response as an admirable example of international cooperation, and we got 200 support for it. How about that? We had a fire, and we got more support from the public. Mars Prep robotic rover research complete. Landing a robotic rover on Mars that is able to explore and study the terrain up close will provide tremendous insight into the geological history of the planet. It can also search for signs of past life and provide inspirational footage for millions back on Earth. So let's get the Curiosity rover researched, and we can kind of maybe send it off. I wonder, so this is 18... but internally someone got canned. Yeah. Externally it was a great success. Internally somebody got their walking papers. This is 18,000 kilograms. So this is 18,000 kilograms. Mars Prep. Let me look at the thing over here. Mars Prep. Curiosity. So this is 18,000. This can. Okay, this can carry it, 22. But this weighs 28.6. Oh, I can use the Atlas 5 for it. Okay. So I do have the parts for it. Okay. Good. I was wondering if I had the rocket parts. So let's get Curiosity started here. So we can start roving, putting some rovers on Mars. All right, power module. And we'll do the old Albatross. 7 months to build that. I might have to hire some crew here. They're away for 4 months, and then they're probably going to have to recover for 6 months because these guys are on the station right now. So, well, I can wait until I think I'll probably need to hire one. I can wait until we get there. New joint mission available on the moon. New Saturn ring discovered. During your Saturn ring survey mission, an image captured by a Voyager probe has revealed a previously unknown planetary ring existing outside the brighter main rings. Researchers have theorized that it was created by a meteoroid smashing into the small moons Janus and Epimetheus. Gain 500 science. I don't know how to pronounce it. I mean, they should all be like Greek or Roman gods, right? Okay, habitat module. Sure. All right, 11 months to make that. What's the joint mission on the moon? Lunar radiation with Russia, huh? Only get us like 1%, and Russia just absolutely hates us, so that won't move the needle at all. Where are we at with them? They are, yeah, they're very upset with us. They're at negative 220. ESA is at 231. They're very happy with us. China's like kind of lukewarm. They're in the mildly happy phase. And Japan is like Nah, we got our kaiju's to keep us warm at night. So there you go. And so we're getting 5% funds income and 7% science income. Cool. For that. English pronunciation is rarely correct for those types of things. People forget outside of English, pretty much every other language pronounces their vowels the same way across the board, regardless of position. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I did not know that. I also I mean, let's be honest. I barely speak English, so trying to, I learning other languages. Learning English was hard enough for me. Learning other languages has been very, very difficult. I took Spanish in high school, but I could not grasp it. And I mean, there's a few words I could get, but it would not click. And I've tried here and there to, I've got various programs to try to learn other languages. And I've tried learning Japanese because I think that would be kind of cool. But it's at least conversational Japanese, probably not written. But yeah, I struggle with it in general. I mean, there's certain things that for some reason my brain cannot easily comprehend them. In English, it was phonics. Phonics was really bad for me. Spelling would have been bad for me, except my mom spent many an hour after dinner at the dinner table with me, just going over spelling of words over and over and over and over and over again until I got it. That was I would not be able to spell today if it weren't for her just sitting there for hours just trying to get me to do that. And math was not a strong suit either. But I think the thing with math was that I had trouble, and maybe English to a certain extent too, but with math I had trouble sort of with the rules, because when you're adding things together on paper, it's kind of magical, right? It's like 4 + 1 is 5. It's like, how did you come upon that, right? It's kind of like a magical thing almost. And what I needed was a way to visualize concretely what was going on. So I had a special class that I went to. And the first thing they did, and it was me and a couple others who were really struggling with math, and the first thing they did was took a little plastic sandwich bag full of coins and just dumped it out on the table and was like, count this. And then as we go through the math problems and stuff, they would say, okay, here's 4 and here's 1, and move that over. Now it's 5. You see, now I counted out, it's 5. And it was just kind of a way to try to get you to finally in your head sort of visualize what was going on. Was really what I needed, and that was a good boost. Once I had that, I started doing better. I certainly not great, but I was doing better. And I picked up algebra pretty quickly, and linear algebra even faster, because it's kind of the closest thing to programming at that point. But then when I hit calculus and discrete math, oof, neither of those. I just couldn't. I think ultimately the problem was I just couldn't visualize what the hell was going on there. with derivatives and double derivatives and NP, problems and all that stuff. Although, in fairness, everyone in my discrete math class, no one picked it up. Like, our professor really didn't do a very good job of conveying discrete math, and so he ended up passing the entire class, even though we all failed with like a 30%. Because at some point he just realized, like, yeah, I'm just not teaching this well enough, and so here, just you all passed. P versus NP, yeah, exactly, yeah. Same goes with you for French. 7 years of French in school and a tourist with a phrase book will know more than me. Hell, you don't even need a phrase book anymore. Now you just like grab Google Lens and just be like, here, talking to this. Talking to Google Translate. Jonathan Fuji retires. Will no longer be available for missions. Alright. So we're going to have to hire probably 2 astronauts here soon. ESA share booster improvement due to the close relationship between your agencies. ESA have shared a booster and engine refinement, which has directly improved the launch reliability of the launch vehicle Albatross on your upcoming Habitat module mission. Increased by 10%. Nice. Very nice. Russia completed phase 1 of the Uranus flyby. Okay. How far? I know I've probably looked at this 100 times already. Yeah, there's still like 107 out. China is there. I don't even have it researched yet. Okay. Kind of bugs me a little bit, but at the same time, it kind of doesn't. Calculus, I never took it to this day. I still can't do it. Yeah. No, my college had a very outdated idea of what computer scientists needed. They took it literally. They took it literally that we were scientists, when really computer scientist is kind of a misnomer. We're not really. They didn't know where else to put us. Right? We're kind of art, we're kind of science. They don't quite know where to put us, so they just kind of said, you're science. And because of that, they sort of require everyone getting a bachelor's of science to like have a bunch of math classes, which, would make sense for some of the other parts of science, but not really so much for programming. So we were required to take 2 years of physics, so physics 1 and physics 2, and then we had to take calc 1 and calc 2. Calculus 1 I squeaked by on. Calc 2 I had to take twice, and the second time I'm pretty sure the professor just gave me a charity mark because I just could not figure it out. What else did they kind of force us to take? I think those were the real, like, physics and calculus was what they really forced us to take. They did require linear algebra, which I did really well at that. In fact, the professor told me to skip the final exam on linear algebra because I already had beyond 100%. So it was like, you don't need this. I was like, okay. You don't have to tell me twice. And then discrete math was also required which actually kind of makes more sense for computing than, say, calculus. But yeah, the problem with discrete math was very few people actually understand discrete math. And if you don't have someone who both understands it and can teach it, then you're never going to get it. And that's the problem. Our professor certainly understood it very well, but he just could not convey it in a way that made any kind of sense to humans. Basically. So that's kind of the rough part of discrete math. It's like you really need to learn it from someone who knows how to teach it. You know. Curiosity research completed. A large advanced rover designed for extended exploration and analysis of the surface of Mars. The Grand Tour is ready for its next mission phase. Discrete math was more something I learned on your own through various means and is needed. But yeah, nobody should have to learn things like graph theory on their own. Yeah, no. I mean, and in fairness, I don't know if it actually was required for us all to take discrete math or not. But I was fascinated by AI research. And this was, again, back in 2000 or so. And I wanted to see if I could learn AI. And so they're like, all right, well, you got to take discrete math. And I was like, I guess I'm not cut out for AI. I guess I'm not cut out to understand AI at all. Because that's how they did like the neural nets and all that stuff. I mean, I learned some of the terminology. I learned like genetic algorithms and stuff like that. But especially with genetic algorithms, I could never figure out how to actually code them. Like, I understand the basics of it, but I don't understand enough to even try to code it, What drove you to learn it? Solving mazes in the farmer's place. There you go. Hey, it just takes a spark, right? Just takes a spark. Let's see, 6%. Let's do that. There we go. Set that for May. That going, and then we got the Grand Tour. Can auto resolve. All right. Oh, we got a 50% bonus for it. 432 attaboys and 66 science for 36 months. All right. And research here. Let's get the I don't need Rosetta. I want to do the Mars prep though. So let's get that started. Do we have, no, we have this going on right now. Okay. We're still good. Outer planetary bounty. Scientists working on your mission to Grand Tour report that the payload instrumentation is still operating beyond expectations, resulting in additional data collection. They could transmit the data now or wait until the mission has accumulated more data on the next planetary body. Transmitting the data now would grant 2500 science. Delaying until after the next phase will grant more science, but only if the phase is successful. Due to limited battery power, only one such transmission will be possible during the mission. No, we'll delay. All right. We'll keep on kicking that can down. Because right now I'm researching stuff that's kind of way off here. And we finish first of 2 milestone missions in 98 months here, and we'll get a discount on our buildings research, which we should be on course to do. It's taking a long time for it to run its course here. Mars meteorite causes headlines. Scientists have claimed that an ancient Martian meteorite discovered in Antarctica may prove that primitive life was once supported on the red planet. The 4.5 billion year old rock contains unusual microscopic structures that could be evidence of organic molecules. The findings have been disputed by many in the scientific community, yet there's been a huge surge of support and funding for future Mars missions. 500K I got. All right. I'll take your money. I will take your money and I will put it in my pockets. Graph theory was required. Oh boy. Yeah. Next one. Let's launch the power module with 98% launch reliability. Go. 6% chance of failure. Yep, it succeeded. There we go. And that is just a one phase thing, so that's good. It gives us a mission slot back. What is this? Mission escape system. Centrifuge module. What is the... I think I should do the... this one is just a... Okay. So let's do another long duration one. And I think it's going to be... let me see here. I could launch the ground hab. Maybe. No, I don't think I can yet. I don't think I can yet, because it's... I wish it would tell me... I wish it would tell me how much... how heavy it would be. Well, let's not, let's go do this other thing, because I'll still have a mission slot available. Jupiter Orbiter. And... Neptune flyby is already happening. Saturn Orbiter is already planning. It's already going, I mean. What does this take? 49 months? Yeah, let's do that. Let's get the Jupiter Orbiter done. Because 49 months plus 6 months to build this, plus probably 11 months to build the rocket for it. Okay. Alright, habitat module. Alright, we gotta hire some astronauts. We need at least 2 more. So let's get a, what do we got here? Electrician. Let's get a test pilot 2. Inexhaustible. Data collector, scientists, longevity. Get test pilot 2. We'll get celebrity. And we'll get engineer, who's tier 2. There we go. Alright, so engineer, celebrity, and test pilot 2. And what do we got? 71 and 80%. Payload mission training bonus increased by 100%. Okay, let's do that. Because we can't launch... I mean, we can launch in November, but let's just do it in the optimal December time frame there. Getting that done. Alright, cool. Our Mars prep will be done next month, right? Yep. Mars prep, Mars exploration research complete. This technically ambitious mission involves sending our most advanced rover to explore Mars for evidence of past habitability. It includes a revolutionary rotor craft. The rotor will collect and cache samples of the Martian surface, which will be retrieved by a second lander and returned to Earth via specialized ascent rockets. Okay. So we'll get Perseverance researched here. It's 9,600. So when will that get done? August 1997. It's October 96 right now. Okay. So almost a year. Missions going there. Alright, that's good. Russia proposed module share. Russia has approached your agency to request dedicated use of your ISS module, recently launched during the Power Module mission. The proposal will involve the module being operated by Russian astronauts for several months, in return for which Russia will donate 1.5 million towards ongoing station costs. If accepted, your mission operations team estimated a reduction of 6 months of science output from the module. Russia would gain science. No, go. Screw yourself. Saturn orbiter is ready for its next phase. Alright. Reuse design. And sure, 10 months build time. And then the Saturn orbiter, we got 6% chance of failure. And it succeeded. Alright. That is good. And yeah, we're ready to go there. Gonna launch this habitat module. Last launch of 1996 here. Looks like. One percent chance of failure. There we go. All right, good. And they are up there for a year. Yep, December 1996. How are we doing here? Got a mission. Not if the universe has anything to do with it. Yeah, right? We've got a mission slot available now, and I want to make sure I don't put a long duration mission on this slot. I want to keep this flexible. Advanced guidance system. Neutral event chances converted to positive event chance during the launch. 630 science. Local way station. What do we got up here? Micrometeorites. How about Venus? What do you got? Topographic radar mapping. Joint mission with Japan. Parallel construction. Adopting parallel construction techniques will negate any potential build time increases for supplementary boosters. Mars experience and some science. It will increase our reputation a bit with Japan. This gives us a hell of a lot more science, though. An advanced guidance system. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Screw international relations. I want to be first. Alright, budget review. Yay, we made it into tier 18. So we're getting 840k per month. Good old Uncle Sam. Alright. 51% Mars readiness. 95% experience. Expertise is for research and then preparation. Okay. So we're at 51%. Looks like Russia's at 29. ESA is at 37. So we're close on our heels. 20 for China and 28 for Japan. Alright. Now we wait for the next event, I guess. Well, actually, we'll wait for the research to complete. That'll probably be the next one. Perseverance research complete. Astronauts return to duty. And, alright, so far so good. We got 2 months until this is complete. So how's our research? So that's all the research we need to get. Send lander, Mars crewed lander, engine and habitat. So launch engine and habitat modules into Earth orbit. These will dock with the command module, helping to sustain the crew and power to craft those long journeys to the red planet. Yeah. And a crewed lander. And crewed Mars landing there. So you need both of these. This is 8,000 and 6,400. Kind of wait until we have that coming in here. We're getting 1346 a month here. See, I want to do the building research, but I know that this milestone challenge is going to give us 50% 50% discount on it. Looks like Mars Horizon might be the most popular stream on YouTube. Oh, maybe. That'd be nice. That would be nice. Let's see. What do I want to do here then? What do I want to research? I guess. Yeah, I want to research the building stuff. But I also want to research it when it's like at a 50% discount. Whenever that is going to happen. I mean, how long? This is, we have 83 months before this challenge expires. We need first in 2 milestone missions. So I've got Grand Tour going on, which will be first in. That's in 44 months. And that's, I think, the longest one going. So then this one hasn't even gone yet. This one will be done in 31 months. And then this will be done in 11 months. So it's 11. So it's really going to be, I'll get this in 31 months because this will be done and then the other one will be done. So, still a ways, it's a ways to go, but it'll burn off pretty quickly here, I suspect. So it probably would behoove me just to get the... Let's get the vehicles done. Because I'm going to need them. SLS Block 2, I think I'm going to absolutely, probably, definitely need. And these are both expensive. The missions themselves... It's 8,000 and 6,400, but the payload is 88 and 10,400 science. And then this is 10,000 and then 12,000. But the longer I put these off, the more science we're going to have coming in from the things that are going to complete. So I guess right now would be good to just get the rockets started while we can. So how long will it take to do that one? So January 1998. So right after it kind of drops off for a little bit here. So we're at June of 97, January 98. That's not terrible. It's not terrible. So okay. All right, next event, I guess. All right, design a vehicle with this. Hey, Hazmat Addict Gaming, welcome on in. How are you doing? What do we got here? Reuse design, Albatross. Use that. Confirm that's going to take, what, 12 months? 12 months. Okay. So yeah, that going. So what was that for? That was for the power module, right? Yeah, that's our rotating one. This one is building. 29, 42, 9. Oh, I guess I could have looked in here to see it a lot faster. Oops. 9 and 29. Okay. All right. I'm doing good. Just kind of chilling on a Sunday night here. Playing some Mars Horizons, strategizing on how I could be #1 in all the things. be the first to Mars, to make a Mars colony. Or at least try. This is uncrewed. What do we have here? 76%, 72. Okay, I guess we'll just train the science up on that, because the rest we'll let it roll. Wow. Everything is... Oh, there is... Optimal launch windows become suboptimal launch windows. So there is no optimal launch window. Great. All right, well, screw it. We're going next month. Confirm. Do that. China completed space telescope in 3rd. All right. All right, let's launch it. Well, let's go for it. And it's raining too. Awesome. -6% launch reliability. Great. And okay, 75%. We're fine. We're fine. 6% chance of failure. Let's see what happens. It succeeded. All right. Oh, and we got a 50% bonus. Cool. So phase 1 is complete of our Jupiter orbiter mission there. Okay. So I guess just next event at this point. Go. Budget review. Only got 870 attaboys. SLS Block 2 research is done. Our astronauts are back on active duty. They're all rested up from being out on the space station. Let's get SLS Block 2 done. Where does that put us on timeline here? So the earliest is December of 1998. And the latest is February of 1999, huh? Interesting. Interesting. All right. No, it's going to take a bit. I mean, 12,000 science doesn't grow on trees, so. Something for you. It was my Tuesday start at work yesterday. Oh. Well, yeah, it's going to be a thing. This week, I have a lot that I need to get done this week, work-wise, so I feel some of your pain, at least. It's January 1998. That's what we're in right now. Alright, Neptune flyby is next thing. China completed Uranus flyby in first. Alright, so they made it first. Alright. They're launching Neptune flyby in 22 months, and Russia completed phase 2 of Neptune flyby. Okay. I have this set for first here. Alright, 7%. Looks good to me. Yep, we are first to fly by Neptune. 1,220 attaboys. Some more experience for our Mars prep. Alright, 349 science for 4 more months. So that's good. What does that look like over here now? Yeah, now it's saying December 1998 for that for SLS Block 2 research. And I guess, do we have any? I do have a mission slot available. Spacewalk Maneuvering Unit. Exoplanet Hunter gives us some money. And a mission escape system. Earth topography. What about the moon? Ontological studies gives us decent science. Yeah, that's nothing. 4,428 over 6 months. That would be a good boost, actually. Let's go for that. The only problem is I'm going to have to put astronauts on it, most likely. There we go. All right. Power module vehicle complete. Alright, crew. Put test pilot, celebrity, and scientists. We got 66. Let's see if we get our payload reliability up a little bit. We'll get it up to like, we'll get up 3 more percent. Let's do max is 15. Launch them in November. There we go. The winds of Neptune. Your Voyager probe has discovered that the winds of Neptune are the strongest in the solar system, reaching speeds of over 2,000 kilometers per hour. In a series of remarkable observations, immense storm fronts were seen to circle the entire planet in as few as 16 hours. A band formed by agency staff has released an album entitled The Winds of Neptune, in tribute to both the Discovery and long-retired prog rock outfit. The album hasn't been very successful. The Aging Winds of Neptune, 750 science. Okay, well, we got some science for it. That will be put to good use. So what are we at now? November 1998. So it bumped us up a month. Getting that complete. All right, Apollo module is done there. We will reuse our design here. That will take 7 months to make. SLS Block 2 research is complete. All right. So power module, we'll launch this guy. See what we got. 99% launch reliability, I'll take it. Ooh, and extended battery. 1% chance of failure. And it succeeded. And that is done. We got advanced guidance systems for it. Maxed out our experience. That's right, 55% there. And our research is completed there. Is there anything? See, if I complete all the research, you get like vehicle mass, 10% launch reliability. Wyvern rockets or booster, I mean, I get for that. 5% launch reliability. That's not really that great. Okay, one more thing here though. So we have one tick on that. So that means, what's the next one? 14 months away. Yeah, next one's 14 months away. All right, so we're 14 months from having a discount on buildings, so we'll hold off on building stuff. But let's see. 8,600. We'll need both of these, so let's just get that started. We'll get that researched. All right. Got a little bit of a boost. We need 110,000 attaboys to get to tier 19. Okay. That is good to know. Let's see. Ooh, next phase of the Grand Tour. Let's go see what we got there. 7%. Alright, phase 5 is done, and we got a 50% bonus. 66 science for 24 months. Got one last phase of that. And then that mission slot will be freed up and we'll get all the rest of the science from it. This will be really good. What do we have here? I do have a mission slot available though. What do we want to do with it? Solar wind monitoring? No. Sounds kind of boring. I guess... how much time do we have left? This is... relatively long duration, but not so much. You know what? I think it's time to shoot for Mars. I think we've been holding off long enough. Wait, did I, do I care about Neptune? Not Neptune. Uranus? Do I even care? Because it looks like ESA is going to beat us there in 75 months. I don't know. I don't know that I care, honestly, because this whole mission length is 109 months, and it's not really the goal. I got a lot of science coming in, so I think it's time we did a Mars milestone here. So Mars exploration, what is this? Most advanced rover to Mars for evidence of past habitability. Let's plan it. Let's plan it. Here's our Perseverance rover, 18,000 kilograms. Well, we should have the rockets for it now, so I guess I don't have to worry about weight anymore. So yeah, there you go. 8 months to build it. We are making our way towards Mars now, friends. Was the whole point of the game. Those are in planning, so send your name to Mars. Your PR office has proposed a publicity campaign for your planned Mars Prep Mars exploration mission. People around the world will be invited to submit their names, which will be etched onto 3 silicon chips and mounted on the Perseverance rover before its journey to Mars. Our team believe the campaign could greatly increase public awareness of the mission. Yeah, sure. Here's a 200K. Go. Don't spend it all in one spot. It's you know, pocket change, you know, that kind of thing. You know, have I built all the stuff here? I have. Okay. Just kind of making sure. Yeah, alright. Next event. Outer Planetary Bounty. Okay, this is scientists working on your mission. The Grand Tour report that the payload instrumentation is still operating beyond expectations, resulting in additional data collection. They could transmit the data now or wait until the mission has accumulated more data on the next planetary body. Transmitting the data now would grant 4,000 science. Delaying until after the next phase will grant more, but only if the phase is successful. Due to limited battery power, only one such transmission will be possible. Delay. Let's try to squeeze every last ounce of science juice out of that, out of the Voyager probe that we can. Is everything still okay? We're good there. Boop, 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 doop, doop. Flying astronaut Mason Gaddy will increase support mission training bonus by 100%. Oh, okay. I guess we're going to assign. Who the hell's Mason Gaddy? Is it not someone I've hired? Oh, he's already away. Well, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. All right, assign. Assign and assign. And, oh, we need some payload training there. Payload reliability, it's kind of low. let's push that out to August because we can only get a max of 15% more. But let's do what we can there. Sure. Confirm that. Mars requirements: send lander research complete. In order for humans to land on Mars, an advanced lander must first be sent to the planet. Eventually, during the later crewed Mars mission, a crewed spacecraft will dock with this lander in Mars orbit, enabling the final descent to the planet. Okay. So, this is 10,400, which I have a feeling is going to take a while because our science is kind of down low here. So it's at 942, 18, 27. Okay. Yeah. I think what we'll do is let's get the... I won't research the payload yet, but we can get this one done. Because I want to get the maximum amount of research into buildings that I can once that finishes. All right, let's launch this puppy in the rain. Ooh, 92%. 1% chance of failure. All right, there we go. That is done. And that gets us our mission slot back. And they're all recuperating for 6 months. Okay, so how's this looking for our science here? So this will be done November 1999, which is what? 1, 2, 3 months from now. All right, 5 months from now, we will complete the milestone. So yeah, it'll be right on the heels of that. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Alright. Events. Alright. Design the vehicle. Okay, what do we get? I need to actually make a design. Alright, here we go. Can I use the shuttle? No, this needs to go to the outer planets. Okay. Design new. Let's see. Upper stage. What do we got here? Centaur. You can do that. Booster. It's 11 months? 12 months? Oof. I don't need that much. 26. Oh, I see. 2. 24. You need 28.6, huh? So 9 months if I do this. Yeah, that seems reasonable. We have upgrade points. What is this? Use structural overheads and simplifies launchpad transfer. -1 month vehicle time. Payload reliability. Which reliability penalty due to negative launch conditions is halved. Positive event during launch. Advanced guidance systems, emergency power system, advanced guidance system. Neutral event chances converted to positive event chance during launch. Reputation. Suboptimal launch states become optimal. Advanced directional stabilization, auxiliary propulsion. Convert to positive event chance during the launch. No negative events can occur during the launch. I guess we'll do that. Contractor. Who are we going to contract this for? Out to. We have access to a lot of other contractors now that we didn't have before. 5 months, but costs a hell of a lot more. These guys, it's a lot cheaper, but we don't get as many attaboys, but I've been using them for mostly everything. 12 months. No. So cheaper, but a hell of a lot less science. No, I don't want that. Launch reliability goes down to 45%. No. More expensive. More time, but less expensive. No. No. More science, slightly more time. I mean, it doesn't hurt that much. Think about that. I will think about that. 6 months. Payload reliability goes up, but so is the cost. You know what? Let's take these guys. Alright. Cool. Messiah gives you a fair boost to launch reliability. Yeah. But I kind of like... I'm not as concerned about launch reliability because I'm save scumming. So if it blows up on the launch pad, I'm just going to reload from the safe. So I'm less concerned about that. It's more the payload reliability and stuff. The payload reliability really factors into the auto resolve, what percentage the auto resolve is going to be. And I don't really feel like playing the mini games. So like if I play the mini games myself, I might be able to make it work, but I don't want to. I just don't. I'm just not in the mood. Let's see. Oh, I have a mission slot available. Do I have Mars prep? Yeah, that's gonna be a longer duration. I wonder if I should do a second Mars mission just for the hell of it. Like, I feel like we can kind of push towards the end. I mean, I'm going to need money, though, because we're going to have to build some buildings. And that's going to suck up a lot of money. We could do a subsurface penetrator. Giggity. Neptune mass measurement. I mean, diplomatic mission. Oh, like that's 145 months. I don't think I want to do any. I think Mars should be the focus right now, because anything else is just kind of prolonging the inevitable. Parallel construction. Supplementary boosters have no build time. I feel like I already got that on another one. It's only 536, but this is 6600 science, which would be good. 6600. Oh, 6600 science over 120 months. So it's really 66 science over 10 years. Ugh. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. Because our science is going to drop off in February, but we will have some things finishing. Like the Grand Tour is going to finish, which will probably give us a boost. Well, not. I mean, that's actually no. It's 16 more months on that, so I take that back. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this and just try to get, because it's only 1 month, and we can try to get whatever boost I can out of it. Let's do that. 10 minutes a minute. Oh, yeah, it is getting late. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's get let's go to the next event here at least. Engine habitat research complete. Okay. Let's get to when I complete this other thing here. So let's get is this 8800? Get that started, but I'll probably switch off of that and switch over to the other thing once this comes down, once the Saturn orbiter is complete. Or whatever it is. 2672. I think it's just the next phase for that. 6%. There we go. Oh, that was the final phase there. Milestone completed. Saturn orbiter in first. 1,830 attaboys. 143 science for 24 months. So that's good. And then that also means we completed that challenge. What's the next one? Minus 25% vehicle research cost for 6 months and 180 months. Complete Mars prep crewed rover. Oh, we were actually... that's actually what I'm already researching. That's funny. But I'm going to switch the research over because our buildings are now 50% off for 6 months. So let's get the centrifuge training going. And when will that finish? July of 2000, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right on the, so exactly 6 months. Which is fine, because here's the problem: if that thing expires, it automatically goes up to newer. This is the problem. Like, it'll go back up to whatever it cost before, and it'll get pushed out that many months. So if I can get it to go to full 6 months here, that'll be good. So 6250. And that's just the last thing we need there before we get Deep Space Network and Docking Training Facility. Deep Space Network gives us Mars expertise, and so does this one. Gives us 10% Mars experience reward for successful missions. So I don't even know what's my Mars experience right now. Oh, it's maxed out, so that doesn't even really matter. It is what it is. But yeah, let's get that. Let's get that going while we got it. FDO available. A skilled flight dynamics officer has become available. Hiring them for your agency would boost the launch reliability of the Mars exploration mission by 20%. Yes. 900K. Wow. He's really expensive, but yeah, sure, fine. There we go. Well, I was going to say Fido, which is usually how they call it, but I wasn't sure when I read the headline. I wasn't sure it was actually talking about the flight dynamics officer, so I didn't want to say it wrong in case it was some other officer or something else. Hexagonal mystery on Saturn. A remarkable hexagonal cloud pattern encompassing Saturn's north pole has been discovered by your Galileo probe. The enormous six-sided formation, each side is longer than the diameter of Earth, has left scientists baffled and has made headline news across several television channels. We got 300 more attaboys. Alright, how's our... We're still on track for July 2000 on that. Alright, next event. Alright, infrared observatory. Reuse design. Get the cheaper one. Yeah, get the cheaper one. And then we have a mission slot available here too. Let's do another. Should I do another Mars mission? Money is getting a little bit low. It would be nice to do a money thing here. Although it's not really that lucrative. ESA has it researched, huh? Screw it. We're going. We're we're tag teaming Mars here. Getting a surface habitat going. There we go. Balls to the wall is what we're doing. Let's go next event. Martian Living, your PR office have suggested attaching internal and external cameras to the ground habitat your agency is planning on sending to Mars. They believe that showing off the living space and the Martian weather will make for an effective marketing campaign building up your eventual crewed landing mission. Sure. Go for it. There goes our money. There goes all our money. Centrifuge training and research complete. Let me guess I don't have the money to build this, right? 5,000K. 5 million. 5 million. We'll have to wait until we have the money for it. And then this one is 20,000 science. So we don't have the cheap building stuff anymore. Vehicles are pretty good right now. Let's get back to the Mars prep here, because that is the next challenge here, which is fine. All right. Let's go next month. Yeah, I'm gonna need a couple months. Let's go to the next event. Jupiter Orbiter is ready for its next mission phase. Mars exploration vehicle is complete. And let's improve the science reward. Not until February of next year. Well, guess what? We're just gonna go. We're just gonna go in the non-optimal configuration. And this 6% chance of failure. Succeeded. Alright, that was just phase 2. We have one more phase left on that one. And I need 5,000. Hexagonal storm debate rages on. The origins of the giant hexagonal cloud pattern at Saturn's North Pole has proved the topic of fierce debate. Most scientists now believe the formation is caused by a standing wave pattern in the gas giant's atmosphere. However, a less reputable politician or publication has claimed the pattern is clear evidence of alien technology. A famous actor associated with the publication has offered a donation of $2,500 to your agency to continue its work uncovering the truth. Your PR department has warned an accepted donation may send the wrong message to the public. Yeah, unfortunately. As much as I would love that money, nah. But we got 300 support for it, which gets us closer to the next tier of funding. Money goes in one way or the other. 71%. Cool. Neutral. Oh yeah, this is our first use of the boosters, so they're leveling up. That's good. 9%. 9%. It succeeded. Okay, good. Wow, that's 5 phases, huh? Alright. Phase 1 of Mars Prep Mars exploration is completed. What's the required? Crude Mars landing. Okay. Expertise is at 69%. Nice. We're at 56%. The ESA is at 42. So they're still on our heels. Habitat complete. Let's do that. Design the vehicle. I assume we can use the same vehicle we designed already. Nope, because it's a lot heavier. All right. Good talking there. Design new. Stage. So 90,000 is just enough. Booster. Oof, that's like overkill. 140. 200. Wow, that's 50. This is 40. It's just one extra month. But it's cheaper. Alright, we'll take the cheaper one. Saturn V rocket. We only have 2 points of upgrade here. Conditions have payload reliability, vehicle launch reliability. Let's get the payload reliability. Why not? Select that, and wow, we can just about afford that. So I'm gonna have to wait even more months before we build that facility. That's all right. All right, just about getting it off the ground here. Our funding review is next month. January 2001. I was a 2001, I was the junior in college. third year college. Mars prep. Crude rover research complete. This is 9600. 600. Uranus flyby. I guess I could just research. What is this? This gets us a Pluto flyby. Yeah. Yeah. Let's get the crude rover going, I guess. Oh, Grand Tour. This is the last phase of Grand Tour. Let's do this. Let's go. Active missions. Grand Tour. Here we go. 7% chance. Neighborly, 21% complete missions to every planet in the solar system in a single game. 21% people have that achievement. 854 and tour guide, complete the grand tour. 22% of people have that. 854 mission rewards. 403 science for 6 months. There we go. Very nice. And then we have Mars prep thing, 9% chance. Alright, that succeeded. Good course maneuver. 204. Good stuff there. So what does that put us with the tier here? We need to get to 110 to get to tier 19. Alright. And our science here, earliest would be October 2001. That when the Mars Crude Rover science completes. Also, did I do Crude Rover? Oh yeah, that's okay. I also have money right now, so let's build this thing before I forget. Oh wait, no I don't. Oh no, I only have 968k. Whoops, never mind. I was like, oh, I suddenly have money. No, I don't. I don't have money. We have a mission slot available, but I'm gonna have to stop there, my friends, because we are past midnight here. Let us save this game. We are very close. We are very, very close to making our way to Mars here in Mars Horizon. I'll probably come back to this next Sunday, and maybe that'll be the final push. I really like this game. There's a lot of waiting around for things, but towards the end especially. But I am enjoying making all the different decisions, as it were. So yeah, that'll do it for me for tonight. If you happen to run across this on the YouTubes, and you have a like and or a subscribe that you can spare and maybe toss my way, that would be really great and awesome and swell. It helps out tremendously, and I appreciate it greatly. Otherwise, what are we doing tomorrow? So tomorrow night will likely be some more Octopath Traveler 0. I have done just a tiny bit of grinding off camera, but not a whole lot. Everything that I want to do, like I want to get to the church thing, is apparently we got to get through a lot of main quest stuff before we can do it. So we'll be focusing on main quest stuff most likely tomorrow night. And I believe as well Tuesday nights we'll be doing Octopath Traveler 0, and then Wednesday we'll likely be playing a little indie game that's launching, little indie Metroidvania. that I have a key for. I was given a key for, so we'll take a look at that, and we'll kind of play it from ear there, my friends. Place that there. Anyway, that's the schedule as I know it right now. I've obviously things could change, but that's probably going to be what we're going to do. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope everyone has an excellent morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what it is for you. I hope to see you back here again in the future for some more stuff, whatever happens to suit your fancy. Until then, see you, bye.
I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor a harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.